Welcome back. You're watching The Money Show on ET Now. Earlier this week, the Madras High Court pronounced a very interesting order. It made mandatory motor own damage insurance for new cars for 5 years, along with compulsory coverage for co-passengers as well as the driver of the vehicle. This is a very interesting judgment indeed, and it brings along with it a whole host of questions as well, for which I think we will still have to await a little bit of clarity. But we know two things. If the insurance coverage is now going to be increased to include even the co-passengers and the driver, whoever that may be, apart from the owner of the car, that means the premium amounts will increase. It also means that the cost of ownership of a new car will go up as well. So let's briefly try and understand this order with John Main, ED of CoverFox, who joins us now on the show. John, thanks so much for taking our time to speak with us about this order on The Money Show. Let's understand first what your own reading is of the court. You know, it's interesting that this time around, the ruling is not coming from the IRDAI, which is usually responsible, for making such pronouncements, but the court. What's your initial understanding of what's been announced here from, an insurance and of course a prospective new car buyer perspective?
See, the Honorable High Court of Madras announced this particular inclusion in the existing insurance, motor insurance product, where they wanted the entire bumper-to-bumper cover. Because if you see the existing compulsory insurance which a car owner or a vehicle owner need to have is a third party. If someone wants to have an OD, owner's damage also combined with the existing policy, that's a comprehensive insurance product. So now, in fact, this High Court judgment says that effective from 1st September, which was there, but there has been a stay which has been come, which because the General Counsel of the General Insurance Council has put up a request to, review this particular judgment, because there are a lot of, ifs and buts in types, because whether you want a third party, whether you want on OD. And there is no such product also available in the market, which will help, a customer to buy this. Now, definitely, because a bumper to bumper, if you, from a customer perspective, it's a very, very good policy because it helps the customer to recover the entire cost of the product, of any claim which is coming up. Because generally, when your car meets with an accident, so the insurance company deducts, calculate the claim amount based on the depreciated value of those replacement. So in case of a bumper to bumper, that depreciation doesn't take place. So whatever is the cost of the replacement, you get the entire claim. So definitely, if this particular aspect comes into picture, so it pushes the premium to by 20-25%, and especially when a new car owner is going to buy a car. So definitely there will be an increase of 10 to 15% in the car price. In fact, the total cost of acquiring a vehicle.
So right now, of course, insurance is compulsory even right now for your motor vehicle. What does it include, and what's going to be that extra that's going to be covered after this, this own damage insurance, and which covers even co-passengers? What will that include, and what's the extra that will be included?
Yeah. So as I said, that the third party is the compulsory insurance, which is everyone has to take. Owner's damage is up to the vehicle owner if he wants to take the owner damage, because in case of an owner's damage, if there is any damage which has happened to the car, then he can get this insurance claim from there. But this particular judgment which has been passed says that you need to take a bumper to bumper along with the coverage of the co-passenger which is there also in the car. So when it talks about a bumper to bumper, because currently, these features are available in your existing insurance product also, but this comes as an add-on. So suppose you want to buy a car insurance, so you want to take a third party and a owner's damage insurance, but you want to also ensure that when your car meets an accident, whatever is the replacement cost, the total replacement cost also get covered. In that case, you take an add-on of bumper to bumper. So these are currently it's more like an add-on, but what the judgment has said is that every vehicle which a new vehicle which is getting out on the road from on 1st September onward need to have a bumper to bumper cover. So if you see, the difference is that they want that the entire replacement of the spare part or anything which has happened to the car. Because if you have seen, whenever your car goes for in a workshop due to an accident, there is some amount of money which you need to pay from your pocket, which generally the insurance company doesn't like. Any plastic or rubber items which is their part of your car. But in this case, a bumper to bumper, everything gets covered.
All right. So there is a product already out there, a bumper to bumper insurance. It's of course optional. It's an add-on. If you wish to purchase it, you can do so. But now post this order, it will get compulsory. Now, here's a question. How do you decide on how many passengers could possibly be sitting in your car? Some days it's just going to be you alone driving. Some days your driver could be, driving. You could be sitting in the back seat. Some days you're taking the whole family in tow. So how is that bit decided, or do they just simply, because that too will have a bearing on the amount of the policy that you'll take out and the premium you will pay, or is it purely decided on the capacity of the car? So if the car can carry 5 people, that's the number of co-passengers that will be considered for the purpose of this insurance.
You are absolutely right, Mubina. In fact, that is the question which need to be answered, because the judgment doesn't specify these aspects. What you will consider as the number of people, like as I said, currently it is only third party. If your vehicle meets with an accident and the third party asset or life gets damaged, gets affected, then there is an insurance to that. So that's why, in fact, because as you said rightly, this is more to do with an IRDA and the insurance company coming together and deciding what are the factors which will be important for the insurer to cover for these kind of thing. So definitely, that's why in fact the stay has come in to evaluate what exactly are the judgment talks about. So and that will in fact, I think the stay is till 13th of September. So we will see what are the things inclusion which will be made in this policy if there is any kind of a new product, because currently there is no such product in the market which takes care of the entire the requirement which is there mentioned in the judgment.
Yeah, exactly. Actually, that was going to be my next question. That and that too, they're asking for a 5-year combined product. So that product has yet not been developed as well by insurance companies. So I guess we'll have to wait for that and wait for how this sort of pans out. I guess we'll connect with you once again later too. So. In this preliminary draft, let's say, and from what we understand of bumper to bumper insurance, I know you briefly alluded to it in your earlier answer, but let's say now I've bought this policy and there's an unfortunate event that takes place where my vehicle, my co-passengers, we meet with an accident. There are some injuries as well that we have sustained. I have this policy. So now what are the claims that I can rightfully make with the insurance company that will be passed?
So if your existing policy has only third party, you have taken only, which is the compulsory policy, in that case, whatever damage which has happened to the external party, whether it's, as I said, whether it's an asset which got damaged to the car, or if someone has been affected, some accident has happened and he has to take into the hospital. So if you have a third party, only that can get covered. But in the process, as you know, that the car also is getting damaged. So if you have only third party, your car damage, your replacement doesn't get covered. If you have a comprehensive policy, which is third party and the owner's damage, in that case, your car, whatever damage which has happened in your car, whatever is the replacement cost minus the depreciated value, the insurance will pay the claim. So, and because you have taken the insurance today, there is a depreciation for each and every parts which is there in the car. But whereas if you have a bumper to bumper, so definitely the entire cost is covered. So so currently, as you said rightly, that it's divided in such a manner. And if you as I said, from the consumer perspective, if you see, a bumper to bumper makes most sense because there are customers who currently are buying bumper to bumper as an order.
मैं शायर तो नहीं मगर कुछ तो करना था ना लॉकडाउन में।